Friday, we were trying to help out one of our KVJ Nationers who met this amazing girl on Hinge. Apparently, they hit it off really fast and then moved their convo to WhatsApp, and she then unmatched him on Hinge, which he didn't really think of at the time, which I guess is kind of normal. But the problem was, at that point, he'd only saved her in his phone as Hinge Girl.
No.
And then they started dating, and one date after another, he thought, okay, eventually I'm going to hear her name, or she's going to say it, and nothing. So here we were getting ready for date 5, and I don't even know this girl's name. And if I said anything right now, it's just way too far into the game to mention something. But people threw out all these different little tactics you can do to try to get somebody's name when you're past that point. And I'll admit, I have probably 2 to 3 people that I know I should know their name by now, and I don't know why, but it escaped me, and I can't. And so I almost see him like, oh my gosh, how am I gonna get through this?
Me and Denny's, when he lived in one townhouse, I lived on the one right across, and there was a guy in the middle. And for the first 6 months, we called him Mike, and his name was Mark. Oh, what's up, Mike? He finally goes, my name's Mark. Oops.
Some people gave us some great advice. Some was just as easy as take her to Starbucks.
Yep.
Because at Starbucks, they write your name on your cup.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was things like comparing your driver's license photos to see, okay, how does your driver's license photo look? And then you get a chance to see their name on that.
To me, that one seems the easiest to kind of pull off.
Yeah.
Ask her if she has the real ID yet,
Yeah.
which is needed for travel.
Right.
And just be like, oh, let me see your license. Do you have the real ID? Oh, yep, you do.
You could go, is it me or does everyone take the worst picture in their driver's license? Look at mine. Look how terrible that is. Let me see what yours looks like.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad I just put all that information on our camera.
Yeah, you just put your whole license on KVJ TV.
Well, everyone knows where I live anyway.
They didn't before.
Well, he heard all the different little tactics and got pretty excited because as he asked her what she wanted to do for a date on Friday, she's like, we could go to the movies, or I don't know, what do you think, like going to Drive Shack? And he's like, yeah. He's like, let's do the Drive Shack thing. So what happened was they were kind of getting settled into their bay. He's like, you know what, I'll go get us some drinks real quick, even though they have somebody that comes to your bay. So she was the one that was entering in the name. So when they came back, her name was up on the screen along with his.
Ah.
So that's, I guess, another way you could do that. I guess bowling would probably be the same thing, right?
Totally.
You just have to make sure you have to do that little dance, though. And that's what would make me nervous, is you have to have a good excuse and make sure you're not the one putting in the names. Because in a sense, it could flip on you, and then you're stuck trying to put up the name. Imagine if they did the same thing. They're like, I got to go to the bathroom really bad. Can you just put our name in there? And you're like, ugh.
What if she doesn't know his name?
She did, luckily.
Oh, she did? Okay.
Then this turns into a 1990s sitcom.
Yeah, she did. So when he got back, the names were up, and he's like, phew. And so he, switched out the Hinge girl.
You could also say you have to run to the restroom really fast. Hey, I'm going to go to the restroom, honey. Will you enter our names in on the computer?
I think that's kind of what he did.
Okay.
He pulled that trick with getting the drinks, which it's slightly flawed because they have somebody that comes to your bay. It does sound better than like, hey, I got to go to the bathroom, because now all of a sudden.
Got poopy cramps.
Yeah.
I had
you're thinking,
beans.
Right. Yeah. So I see what he did there. So I don't know. I mean, it worked for him, which is good, but I could see that being slightly risky, but that's another way to get it. So it did work out, but just, I guess, a lesson that if you do pair up with somebody on Hinge, don't put them in your phone as a goofy nickname.
I still, we could play that game again with my phone.
We know.
It's been a long time since we
Never
played.
learned the lesson.
All you do is use goofy nicknames.
Oh, there's so many names. I'm like, who is that?
Who is that?
This is how we do. It's the KVJ Show.